Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing what you should do before you begin laying out your cards in a spread. Most readers will choose to lay out a spread, any spread, on a black cloth. This is usually the same cloth that the cards are wrapped in when stored, as most readers take great care with their cards. Often this cloth is black silk. I personally don't use silk. I tend to use cotton cloths with prints on them, as you can see here. If silk does not appeal to you, don't use it, but do use a natural fiber, such as linen, cotton, or even wool if you like. Black is the traditional color, but it is not necessary. The ritual of unwrapping the cards and the spreading of the cloth can help to focus the mind. Before beginning a spread, any spread, you should use some type of ritual to help your higher self to realize that you will now be reading the cards. This ritual can take a variety of forms. For me, it is often the lighting of candles. Forgive the slowness of the lighter, it is running low on power. But I often use the lighting of candles. Your ritual can take a variety of forms. If you don't want anything complicated, simply center yourself by taking 3 slow, deep breaths. Do this before each reading and it will serve as a key, a signal to your brain that a tarot reading is about to begin. Of course, you can make it much more complex, using anything from meditation to a fully fledged ritual to focus your mind. The choice is yours. I simply lay out my card and light my candles. I use tea lights. You can use whatever you like. But this is my ritual, the thing that I do before I lay my cards out in a spread. Your reading can now begin. When you start, you should focus very clearly on the question or situation, even if the situation is vague and unformed. Once this is firmly in your mind, shuffle the cards. You should shuffle the major and the minor arcana together. They should all be present in your deck. All of them. Unless the spread you have chosen uses only one or the other. These spreads are rare, however, and generally you will be shuffling all 78 cards of the deck together. How you shuffle is up to you. You can simply do this, dropping the cards in a random order. It doesn't matter. You can, if you like, and I'm not good at this, but you can shuffle more like you might before a card game. That's totally allowed as well. I'm not great at that, but it's an option. How you shuffle is entirely up to you. It is impossible to say exactly how long the cards should be shuffled. It is better to say that you should shuffle these cards until you feel that they have been shuffled enough. Then, once you have shuffled them enough, cut them once. That's it. They are shuffled and ready for use. Now, when you're finally ready, there are 2 things you can do. You can either leave them in their deck, stacked neatly, and place them off to the side of your reading, like so, and turn over however many cards you need in your spread. If you're doing a 3-card spread, you might only need 3. And that would be how you would lay your cards. Alternatively, you can take your cards once they have been shuffled, spread them out in a fan, all of them, and instead of selecting from the top of the deck, you can select cards from anywhere in the deck. If you're doing a 3-card spread, you would reach in and pick 3 of them. There will be no rhyme or reason to how you pick. You simply do. This is not a method I use. If you've watched my weekly tarot readings, you will watch me shuffle the cards and place them off to the side. That's how I do it, and I draw from the top of the deck. However you do it, be consistent. If you like to fan your cards out and select them from anywhere in the deck, always do that. If you prefer to shuffle them and stack them in one pile and select from the top of the deck, you may do that. But do it the same every time. You do not want to vary your approach because part of this is building a ritual for you, something that signals to your brain that you are doing a tarot reading now. So try to keep it consistent and simple. The more complicated you get, the more difficult it becomes. So keep it simple, just like I have here. Let your instincts guide you during your selection, and you will always have the best results. So do what feels right. Once you have selected your cards, you are ready to begin your reading. In the next few videos, I will discuss the various spreads that I tend to use in the tarot. Remember that there are many spreads available. Some of them I will cover, some of them I won't. You can even invent your own. So take your time, figure out a ritual that works for you, and then begin reading your cards. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we will discuss the Celtic cross spread of the tarot. Blessed be.